Hey y'all, welcome back. Guess what? I've been working on my display base today, and um, I've had these things for a while, and they're made out of wood, and I had painted them a while back, and I was going to try to use them for something in this display, and I realized that I need a backdrop for my display. So this is what we're going to try to do. I don't need this whole circle. So I had painted these, like I said, a while back. And so on these here, I covered them with glow-in-the-dark UV resin. And then this is just black. Here's my thought process. I want to, on the back of this, I only want a half circle. I'm going to implement my silicone boo, and that's going to go down here on the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off down here with these wooden things. I'm going to tape them together to create a barrier. So, because this is only going to be thin. It's not going to be very thick at all. It's not going to be as thick as this boo. I just need a small, very thin, half, not half, but probably 3/4 circle. So I'm going to tape these together down here and make this my barrier so that the resin doesn't go down here. And then I'm going to take these out of here, and I'm going to mix up just enough resin to put these down inside here. But what the resin's going to be is it's going to be a mix of glow-in-the-dark colors to make kind of like a stained glass window, but without the black in it, if that makes sense. So that's my plan. Now, hopefully this works out. I have been messing with my base all day, and so this has been twisting and twisting and twisting in my mind. So, and reading all of your comments about what I could do with this, I got to thinking because after I put everything together that I've made and looking at it, I'm like, I need a backdrop for this. So this popped in my head. And so I'm thinking this will fit right down here. And then I want to put this right at the base of it, like that. So that'll be the bottom of it. Does that make sense? So do you see where I'm going with this? And so then behind this will be all of these glow-in-the-dark colors. And I'm going to try to use very little of the pinks because they don't glow that much. So it'll be more of the yellows, the gold, the orange, and, like the corals, and probably some blue, and the sky blue, and some greens. So I'm going to just mix up some resin, and then I'm going to mix up those colors, and then I'm just going to pour them strategically so that they mix to make it look like a stained glass window, but without the black separations in there, if that makes sense. You'll see once I start doing it. So I'm going to get some resin mixed up, get this out of here so it doesn't trash my mold. And then I'll be back. We'll get all that mixed up, and then we'll go from there. So everybody cross your fingers that this is going to work. Originally, I was just going to put this in a round and just make, like a a window thing. And I was going to go in and I was going to color all of these windows just yellow. And that was all I was going to do. But then I thought this would be an awesome backdrop for my display. So that's what we're going to do. All right, BRB. Okay, you guys, I got all these colors mixed up. I got my piece in there. We're going to spray some alcohol in here and we're going to see how this turns out. Are we ready? All right, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors. And yep, I forgot to put gloves on. Now I'm going to spritz this alcohol because look at all those bubbles. So far, so good. Now I'm going to let that sit for a while and then I'm going to come back in. And when it gets kind of tacky, and then I'm going to put these in there. I'm just going to let it sit. Probably need to use my lighter, maybe, but I got to wait for that alcohol to dissipate. It needs to get running over here just a tad. Okay, let me turn the lights out. Let me see what this looks like. All right, guys, off with the lights. Are you ready? Look at that. You think I should swirl it or should I just let it go? Just let it do its thing. I'm going to torch it here in a second. Just to get those colors moving. What do you guys think? Should I swirl it or move it around? Just to break up those colors a little. All right, that should do it. All right, guys, final spray, and then we're done for tonight. This ain't going to be ready till tomorrow. So, yep, I think my barrier's holding up. Yep. All right, guys. See you in the morning. Bye. Good morning, everyone. This is cured. There she is. We will get this part cured and then we will come back and get it unmolded and see what our backdrop looks like. I really thought about putting a yellow glow in the dark moon right there. So I wonder if I could put one of these in there right now and then we can color it. Good thinking. Maybe UV resin after the fact. All right. Should we put it on this side or this side? Let's put it right here. No, let's put it right here. Soak her up here. Suction it down. Okay, it's not going anywhere now. Get all those bubbles from around it. And then when that, should I move it up more? Like right about right there. And then when that cures, we'll fill it with yellow glow in the dark. All right, y'all. Yay. And then when this comes out, I'm going to make it a sky blue. Can you tell I like the sky blue? Okay. See y'all when this is cured. Bye. Okay. I think this is ready to come out of here. Let me see if I could get this out first. Actually, let's just see if I can get the whole thing out, and then I'll take it out of the bottom. Because it's just taped down here. All right. Here's that. Set that out of the way. See what I need to do to get this off here. sticking to my hands. Okay, now let's see if we can just pop that off. I think it's still stuck down here. Tape. It's definitely stuck in the resin. I guess we can use it as the stand. Because it's not coming off there right at this moment. All right, let's take this out of here. Look at all those bubbles in there. And then let's take this. Oh no. Not enough resin in there. I figured there'd be enough resin underneath there to hold that in there. So, you know what that means. I'm going to have to pour. Goes this way. I'm going to have to pour a base in there of UV resin on the bottom. Clear. That one's fine. Okay, let me put a piece of silicone underneath here. Like that. Here, we can lay this back down now. Bubbles in there, but that's okay. Nobody's going to see it. All right. Sky blue. Sky blue. Yeah, I can put some gloves on and we'll finish the moon. And then we'll be done. I'm just going to leave that on there. It could be my stand. That way I don't have to build one. Okay. We're going to mix yellow and orange together for this. You guys can see this, right? Move it down just a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that. Start with a thin layer. I'm not going to do the bubble thing this time like we did last time. Okay. Next layer. And then that's going to cause an air pocket to form. So, okay, here we go. Okay, this time we're going to add a little orange in here. Just on the outside. Come on. Because that orange is bright. Hey y'all, my phone died. So I had to get her down off the tripod and get her plugged in and everything. So this is done. So I want to show you what it looks like. Um, so without further ado, I'm going to shut the lights off. So that's what it looks like, just like that. That's what it looks like all lit up. Is that not cool or what? And then for my backdrop, it will be lit from behind, but it'll have a light behind it. So anyway, that's what it'll look like. Isn't that cool? So that'll sit at the very back of the display. See if I can get some of this charged up real quick so I can shut this light off. And if you notice, I laid that in there, and so all of those windows in the haunted house picked up everything. It's kind of hard to charge that all at one time, but there it is. Isn't that cool? Now that's probably one of the coolest things I've made in a while, next to that 3 pumpkin thing. I like it. And then that I put the skull in the doorway. So he's blue, the sky blue, and then he's picking up those colors from the background too. It's very cool. Very, very cool. I like it. All right, guys, there you go. That's my project for the back, the backsplash, or whatever you want to call it, for behind my display. I think it looks really neat. Yeah, so there you go. There it is. And the board being stuck to it kind of worked out perfect because I was going to have to put a base on it anyway. So that just works out perfect. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, let me know what you think. Please leave me your comments, hit that like button, and you guys need to check your notifications again because I haven't been getting my notifications on the channels I subscribe to. So something, I don't know, YouTube's a mess right now. But anyway, so check your notifications again. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you're missing out because I do cool stuff like this. Can't wait for you guys to see the final project. It's going to be so cool. All right, everyone. Have a good night and sleep well. And we'll see you for the next video. Bye.